Loosen up, it helps. Do this. Just follow me, I'm a professional. I'm Warren Mendes here in my home kitchen, and today I'm cooking with somebody I've been cooking with for over 30 years.
Hi, I'm Michelle, Warren's mum, and we are cooking one of my recipes, profiteroles.
So let's get into it. We're gonna get into the choux pastry first, so Mum's helping me along. We'll start off with some water, 125 mils of water, butter. Okay, traditionally I don't put oil in a choux pastry, but Mum says I must do it, so I'm gonna do it. And then we'll just melt that down. So once that's all melted down, we'll just go in with half a cup of flour. Dump it all in. All of it. All of it, Mum, come on. So this is a recipe that Mum used to cook for me and my brothers when we were much younger.
Yeah, they used to help.
They used to help as well? Me. Who was that most helpful? Me or them?
You all had a bit of a competition.
I'd probably eat the most. But and the trick I use when a choux pastry is cooked out is you'll see there's like a film that'll develop on the base of the pan. And as soon as that's happened, that means that the choux cooked out, isn't it? That's right?
Yeah.
Pull that down. Because otherwise, if you go straight in, you're going to scramble the eggs. Yeah. Okay, so the mixture's cooled down a little bit. 2 eggs, please, Mum. Thank you. And we'll crack them into a jug here. And then do you want to whisk those up?
Just gradually.
What happens if you just add it all at the same time?
It doesn't work.
Because your mum said so. Okay, so you want this mixture to be quite nice and smooth, and it'll be really shiny. And I think that's why you add the Mum's trick of adding a little bit of the oil. You get a really shiny choux pastry, and it actually develops a really nice crust when we bake them. So that mixture is done. We can get straight into our tins. So Mum's other hack is that she cooks the choux pastry just in a little muffin tray, which I think is genius. I can't believe I haven't thought about it before. And that way we're not having to pipe anything. We're going straight into the pan, and that way the shape will develop of the little choux pastries or the profiteroles within the space of the muffin tray. So do you want to grease that up? Get a tablespoon of the mixture, and with slightly wet fingers, you can just scoop it in to each hole. Do you want to crack another egg into that jug, and we can use it as egg wash? You don't have to do this, but if you brush these with a little bit of egg afterwards, you're going to get a beautiful golden crust on the outside of each profiterole. When coating them with a bit of this egg wash, just kind of round out any of the edges, so you're not going to get any sharp spikes, because what'll happen is when it bakes, it'll get a nice smooth finish. So just gently give them a golden hue. You can do the rest. I'll watch, I'm done now. And then we're just going into the oven. We've got it at 180 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Basically, you want them to be beautiful, golden, and puffed up. Ooh, those look good. Perfect and golden. You can see they've puffed up beautifully in the oven. So that's what a choux pastry does. All that steam within it, and the beautiful egg and the flour, and they all kind of work cohesively together to create this beautiful hollow pastry. So we'll let those cool. You can get onto the cream, Mum. So when you do this, you just always did it basic: cream, sugar, vanilla.
Yeah, less on the sugar, but I know people like sugar.
So I like it, a little bit of sweetness in there. So just 2 teaspoons of sugar will be fine. Vanilla bean paste. Don't be shy. And whisk away. So to save time, while Mum's whisking up that cream, I'm just gonna halve these with a serrated knife so we can get that beautiful filling into them.
Yeah, good idea.
You can start again.
Don't cut.
And so the treat for any kid, one for me, one for you.
Thanks.
And now this is the fun bit and the bit of a production line where you can fill it with the cream and then do whatever toppings you like. We're gonna do some that are dark chocolate and some that are caramel. Dollop of cream, and then I can dip each of the lids, and then you marry them together. Bit of salt.
Salt.
You can crown your one, Mum, you do it. Let's do a caramel one. So just press it in the caramel. You can use any caramel here, like a caramel spread or dulce de leche. And this one's obviously going to be a lot sweeter. And then plop it on here. And then we've got some fancy salt here. Some purple salt. Pepperberry salt. Go heavy on the cream, Mum. Please. Whenever you're cooking with your loved ones, always say please, even if it's your mum and you've been cooking with her for 30 odd years. Okay, so the moment of truth. Taste test. Mum, you have a chocolate one. I'll go the caramel. Eating on camera is never attractive, so don't worry about it. Beautiful, easy recipe. So if you'd like this recipe, just head to australianeggs.org.au/meal to remember. Thanks, Mum.